ready for the sled addicts. You guys are pretty cool. I'm out here with Jesse today. What? I'll show you his setup. Look at that. What up? Yeah. What up, YouTube? What up?
Sled Addicts is brought to you by Team Vincent Motorsports, Bergstrom Carbines, Ledger Performance, Westway Motel, Studboy Studs, and Radio World.
Good morning, everyone. Jesse here. I'm here with my buddy Josh, and we are in Port Perry. So we're just at the Port Perry Clubhouse here, unloading. A lot of childhood memories are made here with me and my dad, and this is really my intro to sledding. So we went in there. The sandwich shack is fully open for breakfast, which is great. So a lot of sledders are in there eating. As you can see, the road is starting to fill up. It's just about 10 a.m. here. And this road usually on a busy day can have trucks and trailers going all the way down about 1 kilometer. But we are going to be making our way east to Bewdley, just a small little 160k ride loop. We'll do some other trails in the Gany and maybe that lower loop on the way back. I'll be on the XRS comp today, and Josh will be on the Assault 9R. And we're going to go out for a rip. I was so impressed. I was at the cottage a couple days ago and was riding the local trails around the island, and it was friggin' mint. So I don't remember the last time I rode these trails, 1 in December and 2 when they're that good, and today is January 3rd, I believe, and we're looking forward to a good day on the trail. So I'm just going to get my gear all sorted up, and we'll see you guys in a minute. And off we go. So we're going to be making our way onto the E108 right here and just heading straight east through the Long Sault area and out towards the Gany. I spoke to a buddy of mine from the Port Perry Club, and it was all groomed last night, so it should be a pretty good ride. Turning right here. If you go straight, that will take you into port. I continue to absolutely love this comp. I just rolled 1,700 kilometers yesterday on it, and she's purring like a kitten. How's it going over there? Sweet. Josh says he's enjoying the ride so far. We've made it about 3 kilometers. You can see I'm testing out BRP Go today, and I'm using my Garmin in conjunction. I did the same in Cochrane, and my opinion on BRP Go hasn't changed. It's fantastic. The BRP Go itself is great, works great on the phone. It's the connection with the sled that's problematic. And I've tried different cords, I've tried different mountings of my phone. You hit a hard mogul in the trail and sometimes it just disconnects, and you got to go in there and unplug and replug in. And then usually it does work, but it is the connection that's always been the problem for us. And if you download all the maps and everything beforehand, you should have no issues with cell reception. So you shouldn't need cell reception, and the turn-by-turn will still work on BRP Go. And I tested that out in Cochrane for a bit last week. We were going to Cap, and it did turn-by-turn the whole way there, but there were a couple times where it lost connection with the sled, where my phone lost connection, and I had to stop, unplug the cord, replug it in, and then boot it back up. But yeah, it's just like an odd mogul or bump or something, and it just moves that cord ever so slightly and it disconnects. So while I'm not against, I don't have an issue with having to plug your phone in. That's okay. Yeah, ideally it would be better if you don't. But if we can make something wireless where it connects to your phone wirelessly and you still plug your phone in to keep your phone charged, but it's not the actual cord connection that is running the maps, that would be ideal. I've been basically on and off sleds for the past 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks at this point. I got to Cochrane on December 12th. Sorry, no, I got to Cochrane December 13th, and I was there all the way until the 31st. Then I went to the cottage for New Year's with some friends. We did some riding on the island when the trails opened up yesterday. And then today I'm riding again, and then tomorrow I drive back to New York. So I'm getting in as much riding as I can. Then I might get 1 weekend in January, and that's about it. And then February I'll have lots of time, and we have lots of fun stuff coming. But I wanted to get a ride video recorded with me so you guys don't forget about me, because I know Mike does most of the videos obviously with me not being here, and it always cracks me up. People are like, oh, where did Jesse go? Well, Jesse's in medical school, so he's trying to do both, and it's hard to balance everything. But we get her done, and we do what we can. Trail's really nice on this side. Wow. And great traction because it's all rock hard under the snow. A little bit of fresh snow on top from the snowfall the other day, so there's no cooling issues. But you finally got an icy base underneath to hook up to. Like my entire riding up in Cochrane, everything was soft. I wish I was recording that, but the guy that I was just following a second ago, he noticed I was behind him, he pulled over and let us pass. And that's good snowmobiler etiquette. If there's someone behind you, there's always someone that might want to go a little bit faster or whatever. It doesn't really matter. If someone's tailing you or behind you and like you could see they want to pass, just pull over and let them pass. It's so easy, especially when we're in a group of like 6 or 8. It's annoying when there's one guy riding in the middle of the trail, has no awareness of anyone behind them. And I know Mike rants about it a fair bit. Nice place for that guy to unload. We're right on the trail. So a lot of this E108 is road allowance, but the snow plows help the club out and they push snow here and then they just build the trail. So there's always lots of snow on the road. So I wouldn't really call it road running because you're not on the road. And there's enough snow here that we're literally like same level as the road. Woohoo! Oh man, I love snowmobiling. Never gets old. A couple guys came up to me this morning at the clubhouse, be like, "Are you sled addicts?" I'm like, "Yep." They just wanted to say hi, super nice. Even to this day, I get surprised when people recognize us. And I love chatting with you guys. If you ever see me or Mike or anyone, whether you see the Sled Addicts trailer, it might be my dad and not me, go up, say hi. Everyone loves to meet you guys and chat sledding. That's what it's all about. But yeah, as I was saying before, this is my childhood. Riding Port Perry to the Gany and into Rice Lake, that's how I got into sledding. On twin 2000 Polaris 700 XC Deluxes. Those machines were absolute animals. They were 700s, and back then they were super powerful and super quick. A little air suspension on them, so you got like about an inch maybe at travel. And my dad had them studded up to the 9s. I think he had like 3 or 4 studs per row, and they're only 120-inch tracks. And those things just gripped. And we took them everywhere. We kept them for like 15 years. They each got like 10,000 plus kilometers on them, and they were weapons. They had a reverse, which back then was a creature comfort. They also had electric start. Things that now most sleds come with, back then was an add-on. It's always appreciated when the clubs go the extra mile to actually build a trail on the side of the road, because they could just say, hey, follow road to trail. But when they have the land and they can do this and they have the opportunity with the snow, this is way better, and it's always like this here. And they also split up the trails a little bit here too. Crazy to see conditions like this on January 3rd. Like, this is like February riding in Port Perry. Stop number 1. I like that helmet.
Thank you.
Long Sioux Ridge Runners. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Thank you.
Haven't been in here in years.
Well, how come?
All over the place. Can I just get a hot chocolate?
You sure can.
Fantastic. So are you guys open every weekend now that the trail, like while the trails are open?
When the trails are open, we're open Saturday and Sunday.
Gotcha. Okay, so Saturday and Sunday when the trails are open. Good to know.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. We're gonna find out.
I gotta sign in. There we go. Well, appreciate the hospitality.
Well, we're glad to see you. Take care.
Take care, guys. We will. We'll be back. And she's snowing again. Gonna be a good day. Just gonna send it. Hopefully we get to Rhinos in Bewdley before it's 2:30. We're taking our time here, that's for sure. Think I can fix that, or is it bent? As a club volunteer, whenever I see stuff like this, I try to fix it. There we go, that looks better. Nice and straight. You are now entering the Long Sioux Ridge Runners Trail System. and she's snowing pretty good. One of my favorite stops here is Noon's Petro with the Timmies right over here. It's always busy coming in here. Everyone stops here for gas. You see all the sledders heading back out. We're gonna fuel up and continue making our way to Bewdley. But I actually like this little trail that comes into the Petro because there's some steep hills. Appreciate landowners, please stay between the markers. It's good to see that I don't see many tracks out on the field. People are actually staying between the orange trail markers, which is super positive. It's important to keep reiterating. The Ronald McDonald sled, that was a good year, 2015 XRS. I'm going to take this opportunity to show you guys an awesome product that I've been running for years, and this is where it shines, on pure pavement. So I've got the roller ski wheels by Cali Pièces, or Quali Pieces, with new attachment on them, so it's much bigger, easier to get them down. Grab the ski, and they roll up. Same thing on this side. And you can see Josh has them on that Assault as well. Yeah, push it right back on the wheels. He's doing the same over there. And there you go. And now we can drive in right to the gas station, easy peasy. And I have full steering. Easy peasy, best product ever. Almost went into my bumper there, bud. With all the extra ethanol in our fuel nowadays, I put in the highest octane they have available. So here, they got 94. It will have less ethanol than the 91, so I'm putting in 94. No moving the butt of the sled over. No kind of like going straight across and waiting to hit snow to turn around. Got a guy in his slippers here. See, look, turning on a dime. Like driving a car. Easy steering, and then once I hit the snow, all I do is I stop, lean one side, flipped up, other side, and now the wheels are up, and it's a snowmobile again. Super convenient product I add to every single one of my sleds. Last year they weren't available for the RX ski, now they are. Welcome addition, especially those add-ons that they have this year for the where your foot goes, that extension piece. So much better, much bigger area to push down on. I'd recommend everyone that has roller skis, you can add them. Just about to come into the tunnel that goes under the 115, and that will take us into the Ganaraska Forest territory and the Ganaraska Snowmobile Club. Let's see how it is on the other side. Oh, she's groomed and flat. Woohoo! Beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. Now we're coming into the main part of the Gany here. So here's where the web of trails intersect. And we're gonna go a different way. We're gonna take this way. Oh, E108 is that way. We're gonna go this way. I always take the offshoots in here. Some of the best kept secrets in this area are the little Gany trails. Wherever it says E108 is, I'm going to take the opposite way. Saying E108 that way, we're going to go this way. And freshly groomed with like 2 tracks on it, exactly like I said. Oh yeah, perfect. Flatter than flat. Because everyone's just burning up and down the E108. Yeah, this is literally fresh groom. I see 2 tracks in front of me, that's about it. And there's no names to these trails. I think there are like, well actually there are. It's like trail A, B, C, D, E. But there's not like, that's just the Gany labeling. It's not labeled like that on the ITG. They're just all local trails. It's too many trails. I've always wondered, like, from a grooming perspective and a club like grooming manager perspective, how the hell do you coordinate these grooming shifts? Because there's trails everywhere. How do you like map out how to groom them and what trails you're triple passing in order to get back to the other ones? Seems like a logistical nightmare. But every year the guys at the Ganaraska Snowmobile Club manage to get her done. I believe they've got a Husky and a tractor. They got both machines and they need it because they got a lot of kilometers of trail to maintain. Because they also go all the way up to to Lindsay on the 402 trail, which was taken off the map because it was lost in the kilometer reduction, and then when we heard the news that the government was kicking in some funding, it came back and that trail's been reinstated. And that was a ton of work on volunteers who had already pulled all the signs down. They had to put everything back up and go get land use permissions again. So definitely a lot of work, but everyone's happy to see that trail back, I know. So you can see that's Trail E over there, then Trail F. Where are we? Don't ask, I have no clue. But I'm gonna zoom out on my map and see. Okay, so we wanna stay left here. This will loop us around, and that's all I'm doing is I'm looking at the map and seeing where the trails are and taking trails that continue me east. And then I'll loop back up to the E108 at the end of the forest. So here I also gotta take a left. If I take a right, it's gonna take me back west. This is Trail G now. I do want to give a special mention to our buddy Jeff Recker. You guys know from the channel, he's been riding with us for years, and obviously this year he's taken a year off to recover from an injury, and he will be back out in full force next year. But there's no one that knows the Ganaraska Forest better than our buddy Jeff. That guy could go in here blind, doesn't need a GPS, knows exactly where he is, and just takes you on a great ride. I remember the other year he took me through, and I was looking at my GPS and he was right on the money the whole time. He knows exactly where he's going. Now we're hooking on Trail C. It's gonna loop us back east again. The other thing that's nice about the Ganaraska Forest is it just holds snow. There's always more snow in here. Not a bump in sight. There's some rocks though. Fresh ribbon, because no one rides it. There's a local trail, if you see on the GPS, that cuts right here before the E108. I'm going to take that way if it's open. Yeah, it is. You can see on BRP Go it's yellow. Yeah, E108 straight ahead. No siree, let's take a right. Just beautiful. And here's a 90-degree left. Wouldn't want to blow that corner. That looks painful, right into a fence. This is E108. You can see it's all brown and used. And then there's this little side chute trail. It's coming up somewhere here. Here it is. Let's give this one a try. Yeah, Garden Hill 401 trail. And perfect. No surprise. Freshly groomed too. Jeez, we're getting spoiled today. I can't believe they make the trail this wide. It's like 4 groomer widths wide. This is the new trail. E108 East. A couple years ago they had some issues. They lost some landowner permissions. I'm glad to see that they're still holding on to these sections, because without this it was a long road run east to get to Bewdley, and that was not ideal. And they all rope it off now to prevent people from going off the trail, and good to see I don't see a single track off the trail. It's sad that they have to rope off the stakes like that, but if that's what they got to do to keep a main connection, then that's what they do. Volunteers do so much. Yeah, it's all roped off. I can't believe it. It's a lot of work and a lot of rope. Wow. The one section they don't rope off, there are tracks outside of the stakes. Not terrible, but just stay between the stakes. It says private property, keep off. It's not rocket science. So frustrating. Busy road here, County Road 28. Wow, we might not get a seat at Rhino's. Look at the amount of sleds up here.
Yeah, I bought them off for you at the show this year.
Oh yeah, right on. Oh, they look really good with the diamond.
I love it, man. Yeah.
All set up, the Garmin, the sticker. Sweet.
I got my Quebec one, I haven't put it on yet.
No,
I wondered if I was going to see you guys, and I see that you were around.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your ride. I'm going to go. You too, dude. Take care. Another great lunch here at Rhino's. Been coming here for years. Never disappoints, even though it was completely packed in there. They didn't take too long. Maybe it took us 30 minutes to get our mains. I had buttered chicken. Josh had a hot hamburger. Food was great. Sled parking is infinite out here. Another day, another ride. Let's roll. You guys are still here? What the hell are you doing?
Can't get it to go. Hold the washers. We did everything 1 through 5. We'll go above what, 75?
Okay, well 75 is better than 73.
Yeah, great.
And what's you're on clicker?
Everything. 5. 5.
And the light is still there?
Light's still there, but we haven't really. We just boosting it back.
Yeah.
So.
See how it is. Listen, if it's not throwing, it's not going into limp mode. There's no reason you can't ride it.
Yeah.
But I get the frustration. That's unfortunately sometimes what happens with these plug-and-play ECUs is unless something's not perfect, then it throws everything into whack. Right. Here, you want me to call Chris? Let's see.
You don't mind.
What did we learn here today?
Watch the video and then call Chris because we forgot stuff.
Watch the video and call Chris because we forgot stuff. Yeah. So yeah, if you drill that should fix the problem because I remember having to do that.
Yeah, I definitely didn't drill that.
Okay, boys.
Thanks, man.
Take care. Safe. Are you guys all going to Cochrane?
No, just yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, drive safe. Have fun up there. How's that sled, Josh?
That sled's awesome. Lifts the skis at every turn.
Just got to remember not to hit the throttle in a corner or you're not turning.
Or you ain't turning.
We're going to give her the beans right now. So, launch mode on. Hit the brake. Launch mode unavailable. Oh, that's weird. One sec.
Are you warm enough? I don't think you're warm enough.
I should be warm enough. There you go. Whoa, just pure ice. 184 on the GPS. That's pretty quick. There's a nice little pressure crack to greet you right as you get off the lake. You can see it's definitely getting snurdy. But who doesn't love some brown trails? Adds character. Oh, this is a nice little parking lot for the Gany. Bunch of guys launch from here, not a bad spot. Right onto Mint Trail. So we'll take some of these little side chutes you see here. We'll take those back, and then once we get to the E108, we'll take some side chutes. Another random local trail in the Gany, and there's maybe like 3 or 4 sled tracks on it, which is kind of par for the course. The best riding in here. Look at this magic carpet ride. And just you can do loops in here all day. You could easily spend a whole day here in the forest. And let's make a left. Oh yeah, fresh groom. Right smack dab in the middle of the beautiful Ganaraska Forest. As you can see here, there's hardly any traffic whatsoever because we're off the E108. I think we're on trail E or F right now. I can't keep track. There's so many trails in here to ride. A little bit of loose snow on top. Couldn't ask for better. Josh is in front of me and he's absolutely loving the assault through this stuff. The lifting the skis, that's his favorite part. And he's taking his side of the trail. Good practice. He's not running right down the middle. We're just following the GPS and trying to cover every little side trail in this place. We haven't had enough fun, so before we leave the Gany, we're going to do the 403 loop and then head out. So we're on the WF9 portion of this loop, and it's really nice through here. I don't think I've actually ever ridden this. Just exploring different little side loops and trails. This is the loop that dips down just on the west end of the Gany before you cross the through the tunnel. And we are back where we started at the entrance to the Gany. Now we're heading back out to the tunnel, stop over at Noons to get a little bit of a fuel fill up, and then back to the trucks. I'm thinking on the way back we might do the I think it's the 104, 107 loop just north of the clubhouse on the way in, and then call it a ride. You guys good? Okay. I always check and ask. They were broken down and they needed help. Only natural for a sledder to do that, at least I hope. Oh. So, we had a little bit of a chemical spill over at the Petro. Pump didn't click off and soaked my whole sled, so just gave it a little snow bath. And everything looks okay. It's always an adventure with us. How you doing? We're gonna do the exact same route back that we did in, so we will pop back on when we get to the loop around Port Perry. So it should be dark by then. So as promised, I told you I would include you guys for the last little bit of the ride. As you can see, it's a little bit Mogul City on the E108 coming into Port Perry, which is no surprise considering the amount of traffic, and it is a Saturday after all. But what we're gonna try to do right now is hook a right here on the 107 and loop back to the 104 and then back down to the clubhouse. Add a little last loop in. Hopefully we get some good trail, because I think these trails take less traffic, so we'll see. Looks pretty mint. Yep, I was right. This is perfect. And I know this is one of the club's favorite trails as well, because this loop was actually going to be lost, I believe, with the trail reduction. And then when they got the trails back, they reinstated this little 107, 104 loop. So happy to see it still here. I don't know how a groomer fits around here. It always boggles my mind. The drag's got to rub some trees. Super thick trees in here, or condensed trees.
That was fucking crazy, dog. Those nailed those fuckers.
3 deers right in the middle of the trail. I should have been recording, darn. Oh yeah, we're the latest ones to come back, or some of the latest, because there's only 3 trailers left here. Well, that's a wrap on our ride in Port Perry today. How was it?
Awesome ride, nice and sore.
Nice and sore?
Wow, which means it was a good day.
Right. Good day. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys liked this ride video, and hope you're getting your own riding in, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.